Hello everyone, my name is Ark and welcome back to another figure review, question mark? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the TK Custom 04 muscle body modification parts, specifically designed for the Ultra Instinct Toyotaro Goku that came out earlier this year. And if you guys haven't seen my sort of reactions for that guy, I'll leave the link down in the description for you guys to check it out. But if you don't want to look at it, I gave him a 7. I thought he was a pretty good figure. Uses the 2.0 model very well, but at the same time doesn't really resemble the actual beefiness of the picture right over here, which is Toyotaro's artwork. But TK Custom decided to do a special body modification with some Revel Tech technology, or very similar to that, and now we have it here. Now, I am pretty late to the party. I have been waiting for 5K Toys to give that extra stock away, pretty much for the people to get it right away. I put in my order and it finally came in. It is not longer available right now, so it might be a little bit hard to actually find if you were to want this afterwards. So I would say watch the video first, and then you can make your own decision as to what you want to do, if you want to look for it afterwards or not. So just kind of going out of my own sort of usual thing of speeding things up, here is the body mold itself. So specifically, it is more akin to the actual Toyotaro drawing than anything else, and it's a little bit more muscular, which we will definitely be making a actual sort of comparison right here. But here is the main body. Now, I will say I have been playing with it for a while just to kind of get used to it, and this is not the initial neck that it comes with. This is the actual second neck that you are supposed to separate if you're going to use the Toyotaro Goku. This is the original neck that it comes with. It is very easy to swap, although I will suggest to run this entire thing under hot water, because it can be very hard to actually put the the actual pegs and sockets into the figure. You can see I kind of made some scratches in there if you are actually able to see it. And swapping out the actual neck is just easier as well, especially for the peg. The peg, it's a little bit hard to actually get out. I had to use my teeth for it. I'm not proud of that, but it worked nonetheless. But I gotta say, the amount of detail that there is on this body is absolutely amazing. But I will say, I don't know what this section is right here. There's a slight scar or sort of plastic change here. It's much clearer than anything, but I don't know what that is for. But it looks great nonetheless. Of course, it has the actual blue wristbands on the side if you wanted to use it. Now, comparing it to the actual Goku body mold, it is insanely different. You can see that he has a lot more ripped abs and everything for this figure in itself, and it's definitely more akin to the actual Toyotaro drawing as a whole. And that's what I really like about this one. A lot of people are definitely sort of weirded out by the sort of articulation and engineering that this figure or this modification kit has, but I don't have much of an issue with it. So realistically, now I would just have to swap out the entire body. I will say it is kind of hard to actually do. Something that I do suggest, as I already said, run it through hot water, mostly warm water. You don't want the water to be boiling. You want to warm up this socket right here. This socket is way too tight for the figure to just go on top of the actual leg mold. So I will show you. So I'm going to take off this body mold quickly from Toyotaro Goku. It should be just a regular peg, and please come off. Thank you. God, sometimes you just it hate me. So when it comes to this actual piece, the actual ball peg, the ball peg, is much larger than the socket. So one thing that you could do is run both the peg, the peg and the socket under warm water. This will allow you to sort of soften up both of the plastics and just kind of squeeze it around, like kind of push it in slightly, move it around, and then you are going to have a nice and easy joint going in. Now, it will not go all the way in, and that is fine in my opinion, because otherwise the body would look so short and it would look very weird. So once you have your actual body swapped out and also the neck, don't forget to swap out the neck. You can then put your actual Goku head mold on there very easily, like so. And of course, you would have to swap out the hands as well. So that's another thing that you have to do for this kit. It only includes the actual body and the torso, a couple of replacement pegs for the shoulders, which is really nice, and an extra waistband for the discoloration of the actual wristbands, which I don't have much of an issue with, but it's nice that they did this for like any other Goku that you want to use it for. I think this one is more for the anime accuracy one, but this one is definitely for the manga accurate. So yeah, again, no issue. There is, again, the discoloration between the wristbands and everything else, which I myself have no issue with. But now that we actually have this body, of course, you stupid box decided not to function correctly. Now I really want to look at it real quick. Let's sort of figure out ourselves how this body works with the articulation. So for the head, it does have a ball hinge combo, which I have no issue with. They just definitely could have done an actual double ball peg, which would have been a lot better. But again, I can't fault them too much. So with the head, you can look down about that far with the actual neck, which is great. And you can look up about that far. It will look weird at first, so you do have to play around with how the traps work and everything. For the butterfly joints, you're able to get both arms crossed together so good, and that looks amazing in my opinion. Yes, there is going to be gaps. I did mention this was very Rebel-Tech-like, and Rebel-Tech is known for its gaps. So, again, if you like Rebel-Tech, you're going to love this modification body. But if you don't, then honestly, this might be a pass. For the shoulders, of course, it has the shoulders that you can rotate 360 degrees, which is awesome. You can get about this much of a T-pose, which is absolutely perfect. That is amazing. There is no bicep swivel. That is the only downside about this kit that I think they could have definitely added somewhere, but there is no bicep swivel there. So kind of a bummer, but it works well nonetheless. A single jointed elbow, which does look quite odd, but not too bad actually. Like, it realistically doesn't look that bad. If there was probably two joints, it would have looked better for sure, but I don't really see much of an issue with it. Then of course we have the hinge wrists for the body itself. So realistically, that's pretty much it in terms of the articulation. There isn't much. There is the ab crunch, which is about that far, and about that far backwards. So again, it works well, and I like it. It's good. Realistically, the only thing to actually get this for is for this Goku itself, to have more of an Toyotaro accurate Goku. Now, I will say the actual bands themselves are going to be a little bit weird, and they're going to be flimsy and whatnot, which is something that you have to sort of compensate for. on your own, really. So, is that really it? I mean, you could say that that's it. But this mold, or this body, does work well for a 2.0 body. And there are two figures that I really want to look at, Goku related. And that's the Full Power Super Saiyan Goku and Goku Black. So, if this guy can stand, holy crap, Goku Black. Oh my god. Can you stand? Goku Black. Holy shit. Fuck me. They used the worst pegs for the legs. I was not fond of Goku Black, but now he is there. So, give me 1 second, and we'll take a look at the Full Power Super Saiyan Goku first, then we'll take a look at Goku Black. Alright, so while the skin tones don't match, I think this guy looks pretty darn cool. Honestly, really nice. Very good looking. So this could legit be your Namek Super Saiyan Goku if you did not have of course, the legendary Super Saiyan Goku. So again, this could be a replacement to him if you like the look of this a lot more. I will say it probably uses the other peg much better, or the other neck much better. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to go through the entire trouble of swapping out the peg and also the neck itself. So just take my word for it. You could try it out right out of the box if you wanted to, but this guy looks amazing. I think he looks pretty well built, and it works really nice for the figure itself. So yeah, there is that. Now I will say, I don't know. Besides that, let's look at Goku Black real quick, because this guy looks amazing. I wonder how Goku Black will look. Now this is a look I can get behind. Holy crap, does he work so well with the actual Goku Black body and mold. Now you could probably make a tattered look for the actual like suit that Goku Black uses, and you could probably paint these sections pink if you wanted to. But realistically, it works really darn nice. I love it. I think it looks great. So very akin again to the manga, where I don't remember if Goku Black himself, but I know Zamasu was like pretty jacked in the actual manga. And also the reason why I'm doing this, I'm trying to get the peg to rotate. So that's the only reason I'm doing that. So again, very akin to the manga Zamasu, or kind of like the look that Zamasu had in the manga. Okay, whatever. But yeah, it looks amazing. I think you could definitely make it work if you added some. I think the shading on the actual, the pinkish coloration of the face does fit very nice. But let's go back to the UI Goku to sort of give my final thoughts on this thing. Alright, so coming back to the UI Goku body, and also giving my final thoughts, this video was definitely longer than I anticipated, but I think I kind of looked at everything that there was to be with this modification muscle body thing, stuff that TK Custom was able to sort of achieve. And I gotta say, I like it. I really do like it. Again, I do love how a lot of the fans and also like third-party companies want to have that authentic look for something like Toyotaro Goku, where he's super muscular, super beefy, very ripped, very like lean muscle, or not lean muscle, but like super defined muscle, and I like that. And I think they were definitely able to achieve that with this custom. You'll see a lot of the pictures with the postability, so again, very well done. I really like it, and honestly, I could not have asked for anything else. Although I will say it's a little bit tad expensive. It was around $52 from what I remember. So it's really like pick your poison. Do you want to keep the old like Goku body mold and sort of deal with the fact that it's not like accurate, or do you want to spend an extra like $50, probably 60 depending on where you get it, to get it more akin to that sculpture, to that body sculpt? In my opinion, I think it was worth it. I already bought it, as you already saw, so I'm very happy with it. Definitely not disappointed whatsoever. I don't think I'm going to give it a score. It really is just more if you like it, you want to get it, then go ahead. And if you don't, that's fine as well. You're not forced to buy it for sure. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this sort of physical body for Goku. I definitely do think it's a nice improvement from what Tamashii has been giving us in the 2.0 bodies, but it does have some like drawbacks for sure. But yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.